Aloha and welcome to Big Island Football 2019 Episode 4. An exciting week, and we're going to kick it off by heading over to Waimea. Let's check out HPA versus Ka'u. Wasn't a lot of film on Ka'u, so nobody knew what to expect, but they certainly came out playing tough. D. Grimes with the tackle for loss. Now Watson's going to get on the action, another tackle for loss / sack. Hard to say if it was a pass. And Davis going to pick up a sack. Trojan pressure forced Kealoha to scramble often. Here Badua forces him out of bounds. And here's Toriano again stringing out the play for some good D. And then on offense, Bobby Polanka-Emsley was able to find some running room early. Going to break off a big one here for the first score of the game. Touchdown Trojans, Bobby Polanka-Emsley. Most of Ka'u's offensive success centered around Polanka-Emsley, who actually made some plays as a receiver as well. Here he is back at QB. I'm going to break another run for the second Trojan TD, Bobby Polanka-Emsley. But eventually, the Kamakani started figuring it out. Sumura with a sack here. Lena, good run defense. More good defense from Mackold. And then Kealoha started to get loose. Whether it was a called run or a scramble, here he is finding the sideline for a touchdown. Followed that up with a 2-point conversion. And again, like I said, whether it was a called run or just a scramble, a lot of yards by Kealoha. And this one is a called run. Finds some good running room down the sideline. And again, another Kealoha scramble, picking up good yardage. And here he's going to take it down inside the 5. And that's going to go ahead and set up a Hiroyama touchdown for the Kamakani. And more tough defense, Kukila tackle for loss. And some swarming D by the Kamakani. Now, Ka'u made a number of big plays in the second half, including this Brodus interception here. And this Satovsky reception, but they weren't able to put any more points on the board. Kamakani takes the win 26-12. Don't miss a minute of exciting Big Island sports content. Subscribe to the Big Island Sports Network YouTube channel and activate notifications today. On the Hamakua coast, Honokaa was hosting Kealakehe. And it was all Kealakehe defense early. Kababa takes down Nakamoto. And just for good measure, he's going to do it again. Nakamoto looking downfield. But Asinio going to come up with that pick. Honokaa stopped for no gain. And Evile with a sack. And this time the ball is on the ground. Recovered by Mareko. Touchdown, Wave Rider. More Kealakehe defense and more Tababa. Here Evil with the hit, jars the ball loose. Martin picks it up. Wave Rider possession. Change at QB didn't seem to have much effect. Pasquale pitches to Salazar. Fakatamafi Pajimola with the tackle. Dragons to punt. Kealakehe takes the ball, finds a seam to the house. Touchdown, Wave Riders, Kealakehe. And when the defense and special teams are having that much success, it makes the offense's job easier. Nahale to Wagner, touchdown, Wave Riders. Nahale looking for more, drops the pass. Looks deep downfield, finds Ho'opili. Touchdown, Wave Riders. Tamafi Pajimola. Getting some work done on offense. Touchdown, Wave Riders. Holly scrambles. Finds Skillern. Touchdown, Wave Riders. And here's more Kahele. Another touchdown for the Wave Riders. And when you get up, you just keep feeding the beast and running time off the clock. Again, Honokaa's defense made some plays, just were often put in bad spot by their offense. Here the Dragons going to string out the run, and Badon's going to cut the legs out from underneath the running back. Wave Riders looking to run the jet sweep, but Canijo going to be tracked down by Pacheco. Tackle for loss. And more good D from the Dragons. Iona with the sack. Gomes and Martinez. Good stop. And Nahalle's going to scramble, look downfield, let one fly, but it's going to be picked off by Yoshizumi. And as usual, they got some tough running from Reinbold, but it just wasn't enough. And the Wave Riders left town with a 49-0 victory. For more information on purchasing action photography, highlights, recruiting programs, and more, go to BigIslandSports.com Media Services page. You know it's going to be a cat fight when the Cougars and Wildcats get together. And in this case, the Wildcat D jumped all over the Cougar offense early. Elijah Martin, tackle for loss. Iona with another tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Myers is going to get there first. Another tackle for loss. Muti in on that one as well. And then BYU commit Alex Muti got untracked. Tackle for loss there. Another Muti tackle for loss. And this time Muti with the sack. Anahu Ambrosio in there for an assist. And more D. Muti again. And there's number 23 with another tackle for loss. Myers this time with another sack. Ball was down. Respicio Mercado back to pass. Ball's going to be tipped by the receiver into the hands of Joseph Robach. And he's going to find some running room, pick up a block from Martin, take it to the house. Pick six, Konawaina. Joseph Robach. And Respicio Mercado looking downfield again. This time it's Mark Bassa with the pick and an open lane to the end zone. Touchdown Wildcats. And off the punt, Elijah Martin with the one-handed block. Where's the ball? Iona finds it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. Now on offense, hand off to Anahu Ambrosio, who's going to have a nice game on both sides of the ball. Freshman been putting on a solid performance throughout the early season here. Nice little screen pass. Going to pick up some blocking. And more. Hezekiah Anahu Ambrosio with another nice pickup from the running back position. And this time it's Anahu Ambrosio with the draw play. Going to pick up some more tough yardage. And then Jones is going to find him deep downfield for another big pickup, deep inside Cougar territory. And Jesse Conda continued to have a big season on both sides of the ball. Here's a nice pickup on the offensive end. And more Conda, this time receiver screen. Nice blocking setup there. And some tough running after the catch. Jones to pass again, plenty of protection, finds Conda, and he's just going to use his skills. Nice cutback, find a lot more running room in the middle. Big pickup for number 3. And when they finally got going, it was Boo Jones to Caden Baptista for a TD here. Working out of his own end zone after a defensive stop, Jones finds Baptista on that crossing receiver screen, and he picks up blocking, roll back downfield. Careful not to get that blind side hit that'll call back a TD. And Baptista with a little hesitation and sprint move takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats. Caden Baptista. The Cougars made a lot of plays throughout the game, just not able to string enough of them together to affect the score. Respicio Mercado finding receivers downfield. And, picking up good yards. Again, just not able to string a lot of plays together, or a penalty or a turnover would come up and stop a drive. Nice reception there, deep inside Wildcat territory, but ultimately wouldn't result in points. And again, D making some big plays as well. Bannister with the pick. Nice return. And more D. Nice sack by Cougar number 62. And more good Cougar defense. Jones looking downfield, but Cougars come away with the pick. And nice run up the middle here, but in the end, it was all Wildcats, 36-0. Well, if you didn't hear what happened at the Hilo Wildcats game last Saturday, you were probably hiding under a rock. This one got out of hand early. This 5-play, 70-yard scoring drive was Hilo's opening drive of the game. Wildcats turned the ball over on their first drive, resulting in this Kilo Hana Hasamitter TD. And then after a poor kick return, Nakamoto Baltazar looking deep downfield, but Balga going to come up with the pick. Going to make the turn and find some blocking and take it all the way to the house for a pick 6 for the Vikings and a 20-0 lead with 3 minutes gone in the game. Didn't get any easier for the Warriors. White on the stop here, tackle for loss. Miyasato to Ogata, touchdown Vikings. More Vikings D, Nakamoto Baltazar looking downfield. Kalen White with the pick. And again, most of the damage was done while Hilo was on defense. Waikea looking downfield. Malray with the pick. Miyasato going to find Hassenritter wide open for the TD. And more pressure from the Hilo defense. White with the strip sack. De Peralta, a transfer from Wildcats, picks the ball up into the end zone for a touchdown. And ball ends up on the ground again after a hit. This time Lewis watches it dribble into the end zone, falls on it for another Vikings TD. Third string QB, Ricky Mamone into the game. Nice pull on the option. Touchdown Vikings. The Warriors have a bunch of good players and they can make plays. Here's Kaili Paka with a nice reception. It just got out of hand for him today. And despite the lopsided victory, here's Kawaguchi coming up with a nice reception. I expect the Waikea Warriors to be coming back strong this week against Konawaena. Junior Varsity Highlights brought to you by the Collegiate Prep Bowl, promoting higher education through sports. The JV ranks continue to give us some excellent highlights. Here's Hilo versus Waikea. Kaluna at QB. Swings it out to Pasco. Gonna find a nice open seam down the left-hand side. And this time, give up the middle to Pasco, takes it to the end zone. Touchdown Vikings. Waikea looking to take it down field, but Enos with the pick. He's going to get a nice return, take it all the way to the house. Touchdown Vikings. Waikea struggled with accuracy in the passing game. Here's Montoya with a pick. Going to turn it into a pick six. Touchdown Vikings. And here's the Hilo secondary with another theft. The flag was going to be on the offense for a push-off. And then the Hilo offense has a lot of accuracy in their passing game. Kaluna finds receivers down the field all the time. Nice little receiver screen there. Picking up some blocking, taking it deep into Waikea territory. This time, Kaluna going to keep it himself into the end zone. Touchdown Vikings. And again, more Vikings D. Tackle for loss. This time, Kaluna going to find Kai. Almost makes it inside the pylon. But that sets up another Pasco TD. Here's a give to Kanae. Finds some good running room. Big pickup for the Vikings. And this time, Kaluna finds Abadia downfield for the Viking touchdown. Reyes Orsinio with the tackle. And this time, Kaluna's going to keep it himself into the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. And more swarming D, Reyes Orsinio. And more Kaluna, nice shoulder dip before Akui picks up the first down. And even when he scrambles, nice little spin move, picking up big yardage, Kaluna. But again, Waikea making plays, just can't string anything together. This seems to be the theme for a lot of the teams that are not having a lot of success in the win and loss column. Nice play on the defensive end there. Nice crossing pattern. But, you get 2 or 3 plays, positive plays in a row, and then you get a penalty or you get a turnover. Something that'll stop a drive. I mean, clearly, these teams, these players can make some plays. They just need more experience, need to be coached up a little bit more so they can string some plays together and have more success. Final, Hilo 56, Waikea 0. Don't miss a minute of exciting Big Island sports content. Subscribe to the Big Island Sports Network YouTube channel and activate notifications today. From a score standpoint, this junior varsity contest between the Cougars and Wildcats was the closest game of the weekend. Dequel Shimabukuro going to find Sasaki downfield. It wasn't pretty, but it was close. Again, Dequel Shimabukuro going to find Sata Ellis over the middle. Nice pickup. Molina in at QB for the Wildcats. Going to look downfield, find Clement. Get some blocking. Nice pickup for the Wildcats. This time it's Wildcat defense. Uemura in the backfield. Tackle for loss. Molina again looks downfield. Going to find a Ko for another first down. More Wildcat D. Flannery forces the fumble, and after a wild scramble, Uemura going to pick it up. And more Wildcat D. Sata Ellis downfield with the pick. Ball's on the ground again, and Uemura comes up with another fumble recovery. Molina, Sata Ellis finds some running room into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. Chiavi with some hard running for the Wildcats. Again, a lot of big plays, just a lot of penalties, a lot of turnovers, stopping drives, so it was tough for either team to get a rhythm. Nice stop behind the lines for the Cougars. Wild play here. Molina back to pass. Tosses it out to Fillmore. Bounces off his hands. Bounces off Keao. Back to Fillmore, but tackle for loss in the end. Molina back to pass. Looks over the middle. Picked by the Cougars. And more tough swarming D by the Cougar JV team. Tackle for loss. And this was the only scoring play of the game for the Cougars. A nice pass downfield to a wide open receiver for a touchdown. They missed the extra point. They also cost themselves a safety earlier in the game on a bad snap, and that was your final 9-6 Wildcat. More information on purchasing action photography, highlights, recruiting programs, and more, go to BigIslandSports.com Media Services page. And finally, let's check out some JV action from Honokaa versus Kealakehe. Kenny in at QB. Going to look over the middle, find Mahilona. Nice pickup. And that's been the major difference for the competitive teams this year. They've had offense. Again, Kenny going to look downfield. Again, hook up with Mahilona into the end zone. Touchdown, Wave Riders. The Wave Rider defense was in the Dragon backfield all game long. Here, hit on the QB. Ball comes loose. Arakawa gets on it for the Wave Riders. Kenny back to pass. Looks downfield. Finds Asinio Kalahiki. This time, handoff to Arakawa. Going to take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Wave Riders. And again, more swarming D. Another tackle for loss. Kenny again finding Asinio Kalahiki. And once again, give to Arakawa up the middle. Touchdown, Wave Riders. And a similar situation later in the game. This time, Kenny going to keep it himself into the end zone. Touchdown. This time, Higgins in the game, finds some running room, and the QB's going to take it all the way to the house for a touchdown. And again, more Wave Rider D. Again, Kenny keeping it himself, finding some running room, deep into Dragon territory. And again, swarming D, running back breaking some tackles, but in the end, it's just too many Wave Riders to get away from him. Higgins back to pass, looking into the end zone for Ichishita. Touchdown, Wave Riders. The Dragons can make some plays. Here's a nice offensive option, nice pitch for a big gain. They just don't string enough plays together. Too many penalties, too many turnovers, and they can get some big plays on D as well, but they give up big plays. Final 46-0, Wave Riders. Tune in next week for another episode of Big Island Football 2019. Aloha and mahalo.